saw my experience since 2018 exactly with the blockchain technology. So the public were not aware about the not the blockchain only, but these new technologies. Yeah. So this disruptive technologies that we calling them. So that is the reason what I see after these 5-6 years is of course the some change in their behaviors, and about that we want to speak with our guests. Okay, so my name is Tomasz Smus. He's Tomasz Rychter. He's and then Katarzyna Berbeć. She's a consultant. Here's a guy who drives the innovation in the public sector, in the innovation center, and I working with the private clients on the private blockchains, Web3 solutions, etc. Okay, we are not so stressed, we are not so nerved, but the topic is yes, important to us. Yeah, before we go ahead, once again, I would like to ask you, Katarzyna, from your experience, from the background, because I know you are now handling with the security in the industry area. Yes, can you tell more?
Yes, of course. So thank you for your introduction. So you introduced me as a consultant, so it's, you know, a very far and distance past for me.
You are the founder, yes, now the
yes, now
yeah.
After leaving the consulting company, I started my own company with other co-founders, and now we are managing the startup. In fact, it's more even a scale-up already that deals with cybersecurity, but in very specific area, in industrial area. Yeah? So not, you know, about the office network, IT network, but we deal with OT network, so operational technology, and this is very specific area. And to be honest, we don't use blockchain yet, so I hope I will be inspired today. But we use, for example, artificial intelligence, and this is a thing that I think that I can share a bit with you later on.
Okay, so thank you for the introduction as well. My name is Tomasz Rychter and I work for the Centralny Ośrodek Informatyki. In English, it would be the Center for IT. It would be, I think, the best resemblance of what we are doing. We are a public sector company, really specific kind of the company that cannot earn money. But what our focus is, we are the Center of Excellence for the Ministry of Digitalization. Let's leave the history behind because it was Ministry of Digitalization. Then the Prime Minister's office, now again Ministry of Digitalization. But the main thing, the most important thing is that what we are doing in our center, we supposed to lead the way of how the public is changing and how the public is digitalizing the areas of the public life. Yeah? So I'm the head of the Quality and Innovations Department. What we are doing, we are focusing on our we are focusing on our customers, on people who live in Poland and who needs to use our apps and our e-services, and we are putting them in the center of our interest. We have the big research team that is checking with our users what they want, how they are using our solutions. And the most important part is, and I think that's why I'm right here, yes, it is that we are also adding the component of new technologies to what we are doing. I think new technologies, well, they are not that new, but even for the public sector, they are not that new. Mostly used, well, for, let's say, back office solutions solutions, and it's hard to see as a citizen where these new technologies are present, and our role is to change that situation and to introduce this to also to the things that are delivered for citizens.
Yeah, when I back to the history to this 2018, I remember a lot of group of people that tried to educate the public sector about this new technology disrupting, of course, the blockchain and cryptocurrencies. And the Poland was one of the first places in the world that had proposed some agenda for the exchanges, for instance, to regulate them in 2016. And there was a lot of people that fascinating this technology and influenced the public sector, but the public sector didn't respond that time. And this is the question: what has changed after these 5, 6, even 8 years until today? What is your thought?
Well, that's a complex topic. Let's start with that. Well, public sector, it's not one body. There is a public sector of the local one, where there are local governments, and there is a public sector on the country level. Yes, and with innovation and with any other competences, what you need to start with is to build the competences itself. Yes, you will not do the innovations if you don't have enough knowledge how to do so. And of course, Poland has one of the best computer science guys and girls, but they need to earn money. Yes, and if you will, and we all heard about these offers that, well, we are looking for someone who is 15 plus years of experience, and we would like to pay the person as low as it is paid for someone who's selling groceries. Yes, so the main thing for us that has changed, the public sector on the country level has recognized that it will never work without the proper mindset and proper competences built on our side. And in our organization, we are buying the payments, salaries reports, and our salaries are up to date with the market.
Katarzyna, what is your remarks? Because you were at that time, I suppose, as a consultant, this is what I remember. But now when you compare this time to today.
Okay, so what I can refer to when it comes to public sector is public sector in terms of state-owned companies, yes, so including also companies with critical infrastructure, like, for example, energy sector, oil and gas, transportation, and big manufacturing companies owned by the state. And what we observed for last, I think, 6 years when we are on the market is the fact that the cybersecurity in industry wasn't existing at that time, and it was very difficult for us to raise the awareness of companies, that the cybersecurity and OT part is very important, yes, because IT and OT started to be interconnected, and the new attack vectors appeared, and very often the attack vectors come from the IT network and goes to the OT, and when we have the synergy between those two worlds, then it's important to take care of the industrial part. So the awareness were raised very slowly, and now we can observe that the public sector is preparing for procurements, yes, preparing for acquiring from the market solutions that will help them to build resilience and to be and to protect against the cyber attacks. Yeah,
that's true. Also, I would say that the recent events were well, helpful in that context, yes, because first COVID, then the war on Ukraine. People first they started to walk from the office and start to working from their homes. So before that, when I was working in banks, the bank was saying the security is covered because you are working from the office, yes. And then we started to work from our homes, not from the office. So you need to think about security from the other perspective, yes. Of course, this kind of thinking was wrong in the beginning, but still that was the mindset, yes. And this has changed. The other part, war on Ukraine, yes. For us in our company, it was first time that we have used the public cloud, because normally, and how we started by operating the national registry, special registry of vehicles and drivers.
Did you start at that time using these disruptive technologies?
Well, the reason was that so we've got these registries and they are on-prem, yes, because they need to be secure and no one can have to access to them.
So 2 years ago, you were not also open, yeah?
Yeah, we are not that open, but of course we are thinking that it would be nice, but maybe later, maybe it's not the time, etc., etc. But then we needed to set up the ihelpukraine.gov service, and we knew that Russian hackers will try to put it down. Yes, so we knew that we need to put it outside of our premise, outside of our servers. So if they will succeed, the rest of our system will not go down. Only the website, the service will go down. Yes, and that's why it was the reason that in 2 days we decided that okay, now it's the time that we will use the public cloud.
Like the COVID, this war situation, this crisis, in security area, invaded you to take this decision and take the next level in developing the infrastructure.
Speed up, yes. I would say it speed up some things. Also, it is about the awareness, yes. So more and more people, because you are saying about the past few years, yes. And this awareness was started over at this time, yes. But it was gathering some slow traction, and the things speed up because of this. Now we. The taxi driver knows about cybersecurity because in news they are saying that Russians trying to hack us. Yes, so that's a big switch of awareness around all of us. Yes, and also around the public sector.
Oh yeah. Also, so we see here clearly something that the change happening starting from the awareness. Okay, maybe the other questions. Katarzyna, now you're the startup founders. You are in the security area. You starting using this artificial intelligence. What happens in the these companies, these entrepreneurs, or this in your industry that they open to these new disruptive technologies?
Yeah, so this openness, in fact, is still evolving, I would say. So it's not so big openness. So we also work with the Prime Minister office to make these companies more familiar with the technology, because we need to, of course, give time to adapt these innovations, especially when it comes to critical infrastructure. Yes, because this is a very sensitive area. And what is preferred in that area is the technology that is used for many years and is well known. But in fact, cybersecurity in industry is quite new area. So each solution in that part is quite new. So
it's not yet mature, as we.
Yes, so it is quite mature, but the maturity of to uptake this technology is more complicated. Yeah, but as we discussed, the war on Ukraine accelerated this awareness, and now it is visible interest in that area. And in fact, the cyber what we face now is the cyber war, yes, because this is not only what is going on in Ukraine, but it affects us. It affects also the United States government, and we are all the time challenged by the US, by Russian-sponsored hackers. And what we provide, just to be precise, is the solution that is monitoring the industrial network, the network that was till now completely separated, like with the fence, yes, from the external world. So it was, quite safe environment. But now, as soon as the interconnection progresses, then it is not anymore possible to be so separated. Yes, so we delivered the solution that is monitoring that area that was in fact a bit neglected, yeah, and we detect any anomalies that appears in that network, including also cyber attacks, yes, and we use 3 types of detection methods. This is signature-based, rule-based detection, and behavioral detection. And this behavioral method is based on AI, yes, and here, why it is so important, because AI allows us to detect cyber threats that are unknown, something that never happened before, yes, and we don't have the signature of that cyber threat, and this is especially important in current geopolitical situation, because we are able, thanks to AI, to detect so-called 0 days, so the cyber threats that are unknown, in fact. Yeah?
Katarzyna and Tomasz, I discovered in one of the first panel that in Poland there are several spots, Rzeszów, Rybnik, Olsztyn, Kołobrzeg, that started already using these different disruptive technologies, yeah? And what the leaders said, they facing different problems because first of all they are in the public sector, and they see that many people that are working with, so I mean the employees, for instance, are not aware and afraid of these new threats and the technologies. So what is your view to the situation in our country, in Poland, in these technologies? Yes.
So again, to go back also to what Katarzyna was saying, and to your previous question and your current question, it's again about the competences and about what we know, yes, the fears, and also why we are not adapting the technologies as fast as we can. Well, because working in a public sector is not like going to the candy store, so you can buy anything that you want when you want, yes. You've got this whole process of public orders, yes, and you cannot buy what you want. You need to do, if you want to buy something, you need to do it in very specific way, yes. So even to buy something, you need to have proper knowledge to write properly the order of what you need to buy. To write it down, you need to have the
procurement, some kind of the procurement,
yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So again, so the fears of people who are using it, but first the fears of people who need to buy something. Yes, if I don't know what I am buying, and if Katarzyna comes to me and I don't know anything about the topic, or I know really not that much, I don't know if she's selling me something that is useful and nice, or she's selling me something that I will spend money and I will not achieve any business gains. Yes, so if I have knowledge, I can assess that, and then I can do all of these things quicker and, well, make it happen. And then I am less in fear and I'm avoiding vendor lock, yes? Because what we are seeing, especially in some bigger organizations like, well, let's say ZUS, yes, National Insurance, well, they have vendor lock. And why is that? Well, because they were not prepared, sorry for saying that, ZUS, to properly assess what they want, when they want it, and how to buy it.
Okay. And you, Kasia?
Yes, so maybe I will refer to one of the latest cyber attacks, in fact, on supply chain. Yeah, this is something that maybe public sector is also afraid of. Yes, because you never know what you are buying. Yes, because there is there are certain stages between the public sector and the first. I don't know, code provider, yes, part of the solution provider. And also you have in between the integrator, so potentially the company that is installing, deploying the solution. So what the one of the most infamous cyber attack on supply chain was SolarWind, and it started in 2019, and it was about the company that is producing the tool for monitoring of IT networks, and many companies are using. I don't know if still, but they were using it to monitor their networks, including also U.S. government. Yeah, and finally, approximately 30. Companies and also institutions, administrative institutions were hacked. And the origins of that attack was hacking the solution provider, installing the plug-in in that platform, and this plug-in became a kind of backdoor. And while updating by the clients of that company, updating the platform, yes, because regularly you need to update the software that you are using, like with Microsoft, they automatically installed the malicious software on their on their computers or in their networks. Yes, so the impact was huge, and even the U.S. government wasn't able to protect against that. Yes, so the same fear can have Polish administration.
Okay, because I think that our panel is going to finish. 5 minutes, okay. But let's try to summarize or give some recommendation to the public institution or the different states, voivodschafts, and the local entities, what they maybe should, how they should behave, what they should do to implement these innovations, these innovative technologies that we are as a young, maybe not so young, but I feel like the Z generation, yes, and what they should do, what is your thoughts? Please share.
Well, I would say build competences, but of course it's not that easy for the smaller ones, yes, because if you are from the bigger city, you have enough money to do so, but if, or not, I know, I'm looking at Poznań friends, but actually it is also, I think, and what is the Minister of Digitalization saying, it is our role to help them, yes, so we are in the center of that, we have the knowledge and we have the, well, let's say sources that are needed to do so, and actually what we are doing right now. So we are trying to build the solutions that can be then implemented by the smaller municipalities, smaller cities. Yes. So I don't know if you are really small and you don't have money. Well, you are in really bad position, and it's hard to be wise guy to tell someone who has no resources to be better. But I think it is for our job to help them not to only look for the bigger cities at Warsaw, but also to remember that there are other parts of Poland that need to help, and only if we will be digitalizing as a whole country, not the forerunners, then we will achieve the success, and the general resilience of our society will go up.
So a short comment from my perspective as a vendor, so as a producer of such an innovative solution, is to perhaps use the American experience, because what they did, it was in mid-2022, the national supported authorities, I mean NIST, institution, together with national laboratories, tested several solutions for cybersecurity, for example, and presented the results of this testing. Of course, these were very good vendors, so the tests were obviously quite okay. But what was the result? The result was, gaining a trust to these technologies. Yes, so the other companies from public sector, like for example companies with critical infrastructure, gained more trust to those technologies because they were simply objectively tested. Yeah, so such a project was implemented last year in United States.
Yeah, so I identify some crucial points that first changing the mindset. Even you are the public institution, so you cannot fear the something is new. So you need to find a partner that explain you, educate you, inspire you. To get the network of the reliable consultants, reliable people on the market that face these challenges with these technologies. The other thing is that innovations won't happen without the people, because people, if they are open, they open this innovation. So you need to find masses, even in the public sphere, that are sure with this decision going further and with this step. Another thing is being maybe not maybe in all decision making on the maker, but maybe the helps in even my partner as a vendor achieve our common goals, our common results. Yeah. So because you mentioned this this example with this ZUS, the Polish insurance public company. And other thing is that have the resources, of course, because if I have resources, I can predict a little bit future. I won't answer anything, but I can be sure what I do.